I'm Magical Light Coach Jewel Lightheart, the magical coach for energetic women who are, or I should say intuitive women, who are realizing their soul missions. I pull you back into your life, into your body, so that you can create the world that you want. Okay, so the energies at the moment are absolutely amazing. I hope you're managing to tuck in and move on through. Now, I had, as usual, always different ideas, different knowings, because that's what we do when we have integrated all those levels. We have different knowings, multidimensionality as well as on things. And one of the gifts that I have is I can see timelines, and that's quite interesting, especially on a quantum level. On others, and if necessary, switch between. Now, I don't know how well this is going to go out because I came out about some things yesterday, and I have had some AI involvement since, because every time I come down to bring you something or bring you a piece, I leave. It is necessary for me to walk away, for me to lower slightly my vibration at this stage to be here. And especially as I create and manifest so quickly, I have to be very careful about what I say and what I do as things manifest really quickly. Anyhow, where was it going? One of the reasons why I have not, it's not fear, but, I guess it is fear, about some of the things that have come out is because I know that people are still searching for this place, this multidimensionality and whatnot outside of themselves. And when we're looking outside of ourselves, we're open to all effects that are around us and surrounding us. Wi-Fi, AI, the programs of other people and whatnot. So the key here is going in through the heart place and in through the heart space. Now, if you haven't been into and opened your heart space properly, on my YouTube channel, there is a short video, 10 minutes, of coming from a heart-centered place. And that will show you how to actually, it'll begin the heart opening process and healing that inner child so that you can move forth and do this work. Now, what I practice is a form of syncretism. Okay, so there are many teachings that have been gifted to the world from the Taoists, Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus. There are just so many that have come down and through the lines, and they've been gifted to us with reasons, but I noticed that all of them had a little piece missing. Like, they're all based on the premise of birth, experience, and death. Well, the problem with death, the problem that I have with them, and the reason that I know that they're not true and not quite focused in the right way, is that they have this death piece. Now, this death piece, really interesting. You see, the all, or God, or source, never dies. Energy never dies. It may change, it may evolve, but it doesn't die. And so if you know that, if you have that piece, if you know, then you know, inside know, that these teachings have been based on a lie. And if not a lie, a misinterpretation or a misdirection perhaps. It is not to say that we do not have little deaths as we go through emotional stages. And at the moment, in physical form, people, the body does die. But the thing that holds us in this body is, I'm talking to people who are going through physical light ascension here, who are entering new earth with their bodies. The thing that can stop us vibrating high is the way we hold our emotions and past experiences within our physicality. So with my syncretism, what I've done is I've developed ways of using those heavier techniques to move these energies out of our bodies, where they can be transmuted by earth, and some delivered to source, depending on the severity and the need. But I've developed ways so that you know that you have actually dealt with those, so that you can move on with your physical ascension. And I'm going to be offering those for the last time on the 11th, if you would like to get in there live for the last time on the 11th, because I cannot hang, I can't, I'm finding it very hard to stay around in those energies. So I'm going to light and code and those teachings, and then I'm going to move on, because my world is so very, very, very different now. And yeah, so that's kind of like the final piece and the closing out of that. And then I'll be moving on to more light activated work. It is necessary to go through these processes for the evolution, because if we have a look at our vibrational challenge chart with shame and guilt down at the bottom and peace and love at the top, you get through them through moving through. And it is the same with the body and the different energy systems. We get through them through moving through. But the first part is to actually get in there, start, and activate them. And I think that it's really important at the moment that we are getting wise about when we are doing these things. So much is becoming clearer and more known, in particular about the co-opting of different portals through putting days on them that are not synchronistic over the world, because these portals and these alignments that you're going for through the stargate of your heart, once you have opened up your divine heart space, are well, they're still part of the construct. They're planetary times, and now that we've removed the God programming and removed all the programming from them, they are able to use for the multidimensionality that they were made for. And accessing those, it's and the times, they're alignments, and they are physical time, even though that doesn't exist, which is really hard to, yeah, it's really hard to pull these around for you. But they are shown in star maps, and they are physical times. So they're not so much date times and clock times, but they are cosmic times. And if you're working at that multi-dimensional level, or heading for that multi-dimensional level, it pays to be smart and be in there at the same time as other people who know what they're doing. Okay, which is why, yeah, it's just a case of being smart, so that we're all using our loving energy at the same time for the same thing. And those that some of you will hear what I'm saying, and others won't, and that's okay. Now, so that was my piece. Working smarter, not harder, using the dimensional or this construct's planetary alignments rather than their times and dates. And if we're looking at that, and we're looking at our planetary alignment of where we are at the moment, and especially in working with the moon, as it is one of the greatest constructs upon us, we're coming up to dark moon phase. Okay, now I'm going to start the activation course on the 11th. And this will get you moving into and releasing physically anything that is holding your body down and weighted into this dimension, into the 3D dimension. And as I said, it'll be the last one I put out live, as I need to move on. Oh dear, I love you all. And remember, if you haven't activated your heart, go on to my YouTube. I'll put the link in the bottom, and start coming from a heart-centered place. And we go in through the stargate of the heart in order to access these higher vibrations and to access these portals. Much love.